So it's just a little bit here and there. I always tip that. Now let's talk about it. I am a little bit, we've all talked about this, like we are on this. A lot of times you'll go to a counter.
The screen.
What are we talking about? It starts at like 25, and I know this topic's been beat to death, but now am I flagrant to do this? I just went to a place this morning. You order, they don't serve you. You wait for your order, you take it to your table. I tip a different number. It'll be 20, 25, 30, but I tip
custom.
just I
custom guy too.
Right.
I'm a custom guy all the time.
Why am I giving 20? So if I bought a meal for me, my buddy, and a friend, it's a lot of money. It's a takeaway, right? We're sitting down, but I ordered it. I went up and took it. I do the custom because I'm like, that's not a 20%er.
Yeah.
There's no chance. Am I wrong to do this?
No, I think custom's the way to go. Even if it's going to be more or less, whatever. Even if you're going to do, I don't do presets. You don't decide for me. I decide numbers.
Right.
I was around to the dollar. I'm not tipping $8.21.
Feels weird.
It feels weird. I'll give you a 9 or I'll give you an 8.
Correct. I did that this morning. I rounded off. I was like, I'm just going to give him a rounded off.
Now, the big contributing factor for me in those scenarios is what am I getting hit with the energy of those people being friendly? Are they nice? Are they making this a pleasant experience? Not so much as what you're doing. I also can't make this. I can't make this honey latte as well as you can. I'm going to pop back there and make my own. So I'm going to give you a reward for that. What are we doing with a smile? Are we doing it angrily? Are we huffing and guffing? What are we doing? Are you opening up the new oat milk or are we getting the old one? There's a lot of contributing factors to that custom. So
paper straws are plastic.
Yeah. Oh, if they're coming at me with
paper straw.
If they come in with a paper straw, just I'm taking dollars.
Yeah, I go back into the tip jar, I grab it, I go, no, the dip bag smack in some straws.
Now you know.
In here, we pour whiskey. Hey, no one wants to think about debt, but the cold hard truth is many of us will go deeper and deeper into debt during the holidays. Unfortunately, last year, half of American consumers took on debt to pay for the holidays, and that's no bueno. And this year could be you. It could be worse. You never know. If you're making payments every month on your debt and your balances are not going down, PDS has solutions for you. Everyone with $10,000 or more in eligible debt qualifies, and there is no minimum credit score required. Bad and fair credit is accepted. Look, we've all been in debt. I was in debt heavy when I moved to Los Angeles. It was very tough, specifically during the holidays, to get around catching plane flights and seeing people and gas and groceries and gifts. And what are you going to get, Mom and Dad, this year? Who knows? But don't bury yourself in debt. Help yourself with PDS debt. Start planning today. Get a free debt analysis right now at pdsdebt.com/whiskey. It only takes 30 seconds. That is pdsdebt.com/whiskey. pdsdebt.com/whiskey. This episode of Whiskey Dinner is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the place to create your own beautiful, unbelievably easy-to-use website. You can engage your audience, sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms, ladies and gents. Let me tell you, I've been using Squarespace for quite a while now. I've been talking about them on the show for even longer. I do love their product. Back in the day, you had to know what C++ was and programming to create a beautiful, seamless website. Not today. You don't got to do that anymore. Now, with Squarespace, they have design intelligence that's combining 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology to unlock your strongest creative potential. What this does, by the way, is makes it so easy for your customers to have Squarespace payments accessed on there and give your customers more ways to pay with popular payment methods like Klarna, ACH Direct Debit, US Apple Pay, Afterpay, ClearPay, and all the goods. Invoicing, there's SEO tools, and you can sell content on there, which is probably the most important thing because everyone is a content creator now. We're all creating content and we're all selling it, and use these tools that Squarespace has created to make a beautiful, seamless website right now. It is so very easy. So, head over to squarespace.com for a free trial when you're ready to launch. Go to squarespace.com/whiskey to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Once again, squarespace.com, free trial when you are ready to launch. Squarespace.com/whiskey to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. It is a part of the culture that I think is more we travel, the more you start to learn the shakes of that whole thing, because we're always out eating out, hotels, and you start to learn that you're like, look, I want to be generous and nice and all that stuff, but also we're all getting taken advantage of a little bit.
I had an experience not too long ago that somebody declined on my behalf. It was a coffee spot. I ordered over every coffee. The thing came up. They clicked no tip, and they go, here, just sign here. And I said, did you just not I said, oh, we're up at the tip, and they're like, oh, no, like, because they knew I was getting a drip coffee from my friend.
Oh,
Literally, like, and that's it, right? So I took $10 out of my pocket, I put it right in the bucket. I said, that's so nice of you.
That's a good universe. I over tipped the other day because someone had left the thing. They got to the sign portion and they didn't sign and press next. So I said to the guy, I go, hey, this guy didn't close out. And I was gonna over tip for fun for him.
30%.
Yeah, it'd be funny. And he grabbed it. I go, oh, here. And he goes, no, hold on. And he put it to 0 tip. He was like, nah, man, my conscience wouldn't let me do it. So then I over tipped on mine to make up for the other schmuck that didn't finish.
That's great.
So wherever you are, the guy with the blue LA hat on, you know who you are. You were right in front of me. He knows exactly. You didn't finish. I think you did that on purpose. I think you're a coward, and you did that on
You
purpose.
didn't want to make the decision, so you pulled yourself out. Pulled the ripcord.
And then I had to over tip on your behalf. You're a bad guy.
You know, it's a lot of fun to one of my favorite places to tip because it takes people a little bit to recognize me. And Middle America loves my face.
Oh yeah,
and
you are Middle America.
Yeah, I am very much. I'll do a shape like it. I do like a little late night drive through. Like on the road, we're driving from here to there. We're going from Peoria to Wabash, Indiana last weekend. Right. We're driving. We hit up the BK. I'm getting myself an Impossible Burger meal because
Are you vegan, vegetarian?
Vegetarian. Yeah.
Good for you.
So I go and I think whenever the guy is out front as we roll up, there's a typed out note. We're understaffed. Sorry, we have to close it. It's 11:40 when we pull into this thing, right? He's out back. I see him. He's smoking a cigarette, and he sees us, and he does one of these. Puts out the cigarette, goes behind the box. I'm like, here he goes. He's gonna go. And he's like, welcome to Burger King. Can I take your order? And I was like, oh, I didn't expect him to be so pleasant about it. We roll up. We place the big order. It's an order. We have some people in the car. We roll up, and he's sitting there, and he's like, I'm like, oh, I saw the sign. He goes, yeah, man, it's just me, and we've done like 300 local business. And I was like, oh, just now? He goes, no, all day. It's been crazy. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, my order came like $50. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God.
You're all the business.
So he's sitting there, he's doing his thing, whatever. And at the end, I just took a 20. And I was like, I said, dude, I appreciate you. Thanks. I'm sorry you're so overwhelmed. And he goes, yeah, man. And he finally looks me in the face. And he goes, no. And I drove away on the no. So you just heard him go, no. That's awesome. Which is cool, but I love tipping the drive-through people late night because I feel like they are unsung heroes.
They are. Well, it's funny because I think it's a lot of times they're not supposed to take tips, but I think it's flagrant. Let them take a tip.
Yeah.
Why can't you tip those people? I don't even understand that. Yeah. It shouldn't be expected, but it should be a nice thing to do, right? I've had multiple times where we're at a thing and they're not supposed to take a tip. We just did it. We had drivers, and Bobby tried to give the driver a tip, and the guy's like, hey, man, we're not allowed to because we're paid out by the thing or whatever.
Drop it.
Bobby looked at for him anyway, but it's also like...
I drop it in the car.
He was like, we can't.
Yeah, whenever they say I can't, I go, oh, okay, just make sure you check the back seat if I forgot anything. And I leave. I do it all the time.
It's a bag of money and drugs back there.
That's the best. You ever do that? Typically, bag of drugs.
No, good God, yeah.
But that, I've thrown into that with casino security a lot, too. Because in casinos, when we're playing a place, whatever, they'll give us security guards, just hang out with us, make sure we're not, getting bugged or whatever. And those guys will walk you wherever, and then they go to tip them like, oh, I can't. And I'm like, you just all night go with me until 3 in the morning.
They're told for some reason that it's not okay. But here's the difference. I don't get the business philosophy. You can tell your staff, hey, we're not supposed to expect gratuity.
That's what's ask. It's different than saying yes or no.
But then accepting it is different than expecting it.
Who are you to tell this person they can't have $100?
I don't like it. Particularly it's a casino. They're making millions and millions of dollars.
They can't from somebody who wants to tip them for their service for what they've done. That's weird.
I think that we're going to change the mold. We're going to keep this going. Yeah. How about this? What do you feel? How do you feel about tipping flight attendants? This is interesting.
Well.
I haven't done this often, but only a few times have I done this when I had some exceptional service on a very, very long flight that I threw a little bit something because I thought that was, I don't know, they were very cool, this person, and we were chatty, and I don't know. I felt like I don't know. Is that weird?
That's weird. That's a little weird. You know what I did for that in that situation?